Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Gather round, pigeons, seagulls, and the occasional confused duck. Now, over the last few days, ever since the terrible attack in Boulder, Colorado, we've heard a familiar chorus from politicians and commentators. The message has largely been about tackling anti-Semitism, which, of course, nobody sensible would disagree with, but your humble feathered host couldn't help noticing that while everyone is discussing the symptoms, very few seem eager to discuss what they believe might be contributing factors. It's a bit like standing in Trafalgar Square, looking at a giant pile of breadcrumbs and refusing to acknowledge why thousands of pigeons suddenly showed up. Instead, the focus seems to be on more awareness campaigns, more education, more leaflets, more seminars, as if Dave from Doncaster was just one PowerPoint presentation away from solving all the world's problems. Now, some politicians appear more willing than others to venture into topics usually treated like radioactive breadcrumbs. You know the sort of subjects that make TV producers nervously check their insurance policies. One of those politicians is Claire Coutinho, who recently appeared on a talk show and wasn't exactly tiptoeing around the issue. So, let's take a look at what she had to say and see whether she was speaking uncomfortable truths or simply stirring the birdseed. But before we begin, please do peck the like button, flap over to subscribe, and ring the notification bell with all the enthusiasm of a pigeon spotting an abandoned packet of chips. Right, let's get into it.
Talk about these issues without someone saying you're apportioning blame to the entire Muslim community. We cannot grip this issue. And this is what happens every time, and it's happened for years. When we talked about the Islamist community, the extremism that was happening years back,
Baroness Varsi left your party.
The Labour Party called us racist.
Well, Baroness Varsi, your own chairwoman.
Well, I'm afraid, look at what's happened. We were right. There is a problem with the Islamist community.
Well, you
this
see,
is what we are seeing.
Now you're making an important distinction, Claire.
Even now, this is the distinction I've made the entire time.
Between Islam and the Islamists.
This, by the way, is the distinction I've made the entire way through. The problem is every time you raise these issues, and it is important because you cannot police them and you cannot correct them if you don't talk about them, you get called racist or divisive by the left. And the biggest problem, obviously, is for the Jewish people. But the second group of people this is a big problem for is moderate Muslims who find these views abhorrent, who find these crimes abhorrent. But yet, if nothing is done about them, it will continue to be done. And I'm afraid it is being done in their names. And that is not right. And it is not fair that every time you try and raise it as an issue, you get, as we have just seen, told that you are blaming the entire Muslim community. That is not...
That's enough pigeon propaganda for today. If you enjoyed having your brain lightly pecked by facts and opinions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more from Pigeon Politics.